page 10 of this amazing catalogue, you will find the best mops you will ever use in your life. Why? Because I use one on multiple occasions, multiple times a day, because I clean houses. This mop does not need any chemicals. You don't have to buy any washing detergents. You don't need to buy any bleach. You don't need to be inhaling all that crap. All you need is water from a tap and your mop. Now this is my mop for the house. I have the blue mop for when I'm working. I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use it because some people aren't aware of how to use it, and I want to show you guys. So on page 10 we have the mop. So they actually sell separately. So we sell the telescopic handles, we sell the bases, and then we also sell the pads. So I'm pretty sure it would be on the previous page. Yes, it is. So page 9 and 10, I should say. So we've got a different assortment of mop pads. And then we have our 50% recyclable mop pads, which do exactly the same job. And then we also demonstrate how it's, how it goes. So you buy the telescopic handle, the pad, and then you choose your mop base. So we have our wet mop pad. Pretty much you can use that on any surface. We have the Superior Dry, which is the same as sweeping. So I actually have a photo of when my children dropped Nutrigrain and I picked it up with my mop pad. Yeah guys, check out page 9 and page 10 of the amazing catalogue. And page 11 is where you will find the best mop you will ever use in your life. It comes with a 2-year guarantee, so if anything happens to it in that 2 year, it's completely you can exchange it or get a refund. So it covers manufacturer's defects. I clean multiple houses a day, and this is the only mop I will ever use for the rest of my life. I actually have, for my home, I wanted to spoil myself and get the gold one. Woohoo! And at work I have the blue one. So the mop pads, there's different varieties of them, and then there's also the 50% recyclable ones. So I just want to go through and explain to you what does what. So the wet mop pad, that one there is pretty much for every tiles, but it shines up really shiny for floorboards and high shine tiles. So I have clients that have got really shiny tiles, and I use this with it. The Superior Dry mop pad, that is like a broom. So pretty much my children spilt Nutrigrain the other day, and I've got a photograph of that. Oh sorry, it was the gold one, so this one's it here. And I pretty much just swept it up and then picked it up over the bin and used my rubber brush. Use my rubber brush, and that's how you get rid of all the but all the dirt off your mop pads. So that's a fantastic way, especially if you've got tiles or lino or high shine tiles or floorboards. So the next one is the tile mop pad that's specifically designed. I've got one here. Now this one's about seven years old. I use it every single day and it still works fantastically. So it's got the microfiber. All of our mop pads, by the way, have our backlock system in it, so that kills 99.9% of the bacteria that you've picked up from the surface, and self-sanitizes. So pretty much you can use it time and time again without having to chuck it in the washing machine and wash it. But our tile mop pad has little rigid edges, if you can see that. And that's if we've got really rough surface, so it gets into the grooves and cleans a lot, cleans the grout and things like that a lot better. Then we have the chenille mop pad, which I don't actually have one of these at the moment, but that works the same as our dusting mitt. So it pretty much picks up like similar to a vacuum cleaner, and that's really good, especially if you've got pets, so if you've got pet hairs. The newest one out that I am in love with is our window mop pad. So this is it here. I used this today to clean 7 pool panels inside and out, and 4 or 5 of those really massive big window sliding doors that goes from top to bottom, ceiling to floor. So all I did is I used my 2 mops. I used this one, which is my wet mop pad, which is here, and again, these are my really old ones, so I use that with just water to wash away all of the pool gunk on the panels, what do you call it, chlorine. So I use that to wash it away, and then I come in with my mop pad. So I use this dry. This is actually still wet because I just pulled it out of the washing machine, and it's streak free, so it leaves your windows streak free, and it saves you from having to kill your shoulders using the manual window cloth. So if you've got a lot of windows to clean, I highly recommend. It literally took me 3 hours to clean 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, massive lounge room, and every window in the house, inside and out, and the pool panels. So if it wasn't for Norwex, I wouldn't be cleaning. So that's the window mop pad. That's a newie. I recommend getting that. It's also got the back lock in it. This one here is the wet mop pad. I'm pretty sure this is the 50% recyclable. Yes, this is the recyclable one. It's got the back lock in it. So I'm pretty sure it's like 50 drink bottles that they recycle to make this as well. So it's really, really good. I use this on nearly every surface. I actually put my mop into the lock position, and I clean the walls, the ceilings, and if I've got a really big shower area, like the shower screen, I'll clean that and then use my window pad to clean the showers as well. I don't need to bring in no bucket of water. I don't need to stand over a big basin and wait for my hot water to fill up in my bucket. I don't need to use chemicals. I just bring pretty much under my arm my mop pad and my mop, and I can clean every surface, walls, ceilings, floors, and all I do is I go and wash it. So if I've collected, after I vacuum, I still find that my Norwex mop picks up a lot more than what my actual vacuum cleaner does, and it's a very expensive vacuum cleaner. So what I do is I use, again, my rubber brush, so I wouldn't have half the amount of help without the brush, or I'd be putting my hands all over it. And I just simply go like this under the water, and that'll just open up the fibers of the microfiber, and off you go, and you're picking up more and more bacteria as you go. So that's all the mop pads that you can get in our Norwex range, and I'll just demonstrate to you how you actually use the mop itself. So it's got the twist system, so it can adjust for height. I think it goes up to 1.5 meters or something like that, so it's actually really great for reaching high spots. But what you do is you put your feet, I'll just stand back a little bit and see if I can demonstrate it. So you pretty much put your feet at the bottom of it, and you just give it a twist, and you let it go to your shin height, and you tighten it up again. Now to put your pad on it, you just plonk it down. How easy and lazy is this? This is why I love it, because it's a lazy person's way of cleaning. And you just plonk your mop on, and off you go, and then you've got your mop pad. So once I've mopped, now I'll also demonstrate to you the easiest way to mop. So you use it in a circular position, and at the top of the mop here, it spins around. So you just put your hands on it like that, and as you're going, you can twist. So you use it like this in a circle, like a semicircle position, and then to get your little edges, your sharp edges, you can put your mop into it because it's squared off. So the base here actually helps you get into the grooves, and it also helps you do the skirting boards. So if there's something that's really hard and stuck onto your tiles, all you do is you just simply put your foot over it and just give it a rub, and it's simple as that. So to release the mop pad, you stand on it again, you give it a twist. Oh sorry, that's if you want to put it down and off you go. But if you want to pick it up, you stand on either side, up, and this is even the best way, because then you don't have to bend over. So this saves me on my back, and I don't have to be bending and twisting and doing all types of things to mop a floor. I just literally wash it under the tap, plonk it down, put my pad on, and off I go. And I'll show you how to put it in the lock position. So this little thing here moves up, and that will lock your mop, so it will only go back and forth and not in a circular position. So if you're wanting to clean the ceilings, you just simply go like that, which is just, if I bring it down a bit, like that, and it won't twist around. And to unlock it, it's very, very easy. You just flick it down again, and then that'll go in your spinny position. So I can also unclip it. You just push the little circles in. This one's a brand new mop. And I can add on to that my Enviro wand. So that's the big long green one, and it's got the chenille on one side and the Enviro on the other, and I bend that and I can clean my fans, I can clean my exhaust fans in the bathroom, and it just picks up. Oh, also, so that I don't have to go bending over to clean a house, I actually pop my Enviro wand on it, and I just twist, like kind of twist the little end of it, because you can go back and forth and maneuver it however you want. So I just maneuver it so that it suits whatever skirting boards that I've got, and I just literally walk around and do my skirting boards without even bending over. So that's why I love my mop. It's so versatile. You can use it. We've cleaned mold off the ceilings. I've got a video of me doing that just with my water and my Enviro wand. Sorry, my cloth. So it's the same process as doing your windows. You just pretty much put your window pad on, and I would put it into lock position, and off I go. You can use, now it depends on, really it depends on what you want to do, it depends on how bad the windows are. I don't like, because I clean so many windows, I don't like to actually use this wet. I like to keep it dry. So off and on I go. I will put my, I'll put my tile pad on to clean dirty windows, because it's got that rough edge, and I'll just clean my windows, and then I'll take that off and I'll chuck it down, and I'll put my window pad on, and it will just leave everything streak free every time. You don't have to worry about bending over and, you know, doing the hard work. That's what Norwex has created our mop for.